What's up, everybody? It's your boy Stephen J, and we're talking about wrestling. WWE, WWF, WCW, UDF, ECW, AWA, NXT, and maybe no, we're not talking TNA. We're talking SummerSlams tonight, and there goes Simply Steve over there. The match between Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar just ended, and I'm very disappointed. And I go back to the fact of what Dean Ambrose said on his interview with, who did he interview with? He interviewed with Stone Cold, and Stone Cold asked him about the match at WrestleMania between Brock Lesnar, and Dean basically said that Brock is hard to work with. He wanted to make the match like, he wanted to have a WrestleMania moment, but Brock was being a jerk and didn't want to make it a match, and that's why the match sucked. So I'm thinking maybe, him and Randy Orton is going to have a great match. It started off with him and John Cena with all the German suplexes. Okay, then Randy Orton hit the RKO out of nowhere on the table. Okay, then Randy Orton hit the RKO inside the ring. And then he was going for the football punt. And then all of a sudden, Brock put him in the F5. Randy kicked out. Brock went MMA on Randy Orton, and they stopped the match because he started bleeding too much. Then he F5 Shane McMahon and whatever. What kind of stupid ending is that to the match? And not to mention, what kind of ugly belt did the WWE give, what's his name? Finn Balor. That belt is ugly. I mean, it's the Divas belt part 2. They might as well give it to Charlotte because it looked like her belt. I am very disappointed with the way SummerSlam ended. I thought his match with John Cena was pretty good. I thought his match with The Undertaker was good. The rematch between him and Undertaker, horrible. Yo, look at Mick Foley's daughter trying to be cute.
Growing up, I thought everybody's dad looked like a maniac.
What do you say?
I said, which one? The one at SummerSlam with Undertaker and Brock, or the one at Hell in a Cell?
The one where he beat The Undertaker for the streak.
So the first one?
Yeah, the first one was a good match.
Nobody liked that match. The only reason why
They only liked the match because,
because
again,
the streak ended.
the match was okay. The match was good. I thought, but his match with John Cena, I thought was like pretty good.
That's only because you don't like John Cena.
So what? And by the way, the new reality show with John Cena living with the Bellas and stuff like, what kind of dumb? Nobody don't want to see that. John Cena living with the Bellas and him and Daniel Bryan. that match is just that's just taking reality TV just to the lowest of the low. I mean, John Cena, what is wrong with you? I had so much respect for you for the fact that, the Make-A-Wish Foundation and everything, but the fact that you're having a reality show with the Bellas and we gonna see y'all kissing and hugging and y'all trying to live, that's just dumb. I lost so much respect. The fact that you gave it up to AJ Styles, much mad respect for you tonight on that. But what was the match of the night for you?
Probably tied between Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and Cena.
I'll give that match. Is that Mick Foley's wife? No, not the blonde. The girl with the red hair. Who was that? Her.
My mom used to be
Thank you.
and she was honestly really, really hot.
Well, I'm not paying attention.
Oh.
Are you shooting or I'm shooting him?
No, you're shooting.
Okay. Anyway, so
Here's my only
I gotta say this. The match of the night for me, and this is a shocker, was Charlotte and the Boss.
Sasha Banks lost.
I actually thought that was the match of the night. You heard it here first, because I'm very hard on the Divas. The fact that the Divas are actually doing what women's wrestling, when you have Cyndi Lauper and Fabulous Moolah and all those cats and stuff like that, and then when it got Sable made it sexy and all that, then they stopped really wrestling. It was all about the puppies. Remember Jerry King Lawler used to do that all the time. But now it's finally about, and these cats are. I still think who's the redhead that I like? No, I don't like her. Not her. The orange hair, Becky Lynch. I love Becky Lynch. I just like her swag. She got like a really cool style. So I can't wait for her to win a title or whatever, or get a title, or whatever. But I thought that was my match of the night. Then I want to go Cena Styles, and then Finn Balor and Seth Rollins. And the fact that congrats to Finn Balor, which I am shocked that they gave him the title, so they must see something in him, or he's going to lose the title next night. See, here's what I'm thinking. I think New Day's going to lose tomorrow because they won today. I think Seth Rollins is going to win tomorrow or next week or whatever, not wait till the next pay-per-view or anything like that, because it just doesn't make any sense to give the title to Finn Balor right now. I mean, he's a great competitor. I like him. He kind of reminds me a lot of my boy, the man that gravity forgot, Neville. But, that's the problem with getting hurt. You can't get hurt in the WWE because if you get hurt, you're going to lose that spotlight. I mean, so I'm mad that I'm glad that he won, but the fact that they gave him that ugly title, which every Twitter went in on the WWE about that title because it was just ugly. And that's how I said, I got one word to describe it, and I'm going to spell it out. UGLY. Ugly. That title was just ugly. And, I'm thinking that it was going to be something like the Brahma Bull, the Smoking Gun Belt, or something, Smoking Skull Belt, or something like that, but really cool. They could have went retro and kind of like 2016 it, or whatever it being a Universal, or kind of combine, this title with the Ric Flair title and with the WWE old title, something like that, and like made something kind of hot or whatever, kind of how like they brought back the IC title with the the lines and everything, which Cody Rhodes did. Mad up to Cody Rhodes, but the fact is that title was ugly. That title was ugly. I mean, they had us waiting all this week, and you give us a pink title. What the heck?
They thought 2 seconds about that.
Somebody need to be fired for that. I'm sorry. Someone need to be fired.
During that match was chanting, "That belt sucks." And they were doing it New Day style. They were doing it Cena suck style. So, I mean, if Vince gonna listen to reason, he need to change the title.
Vince, somebody need to get fired for that. Stephanie, Shane, whoever, Mick, whoever was in charge of that title, whatever, they need to be fired for it because it's ugly. On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give SummerSlams?
6.57.
I'm gonna give it a 6. 6.57? What the heck is that? That's not even a number.
No, because I'm kind of lingering because I'm taking.
How do you give somebody a 57?
Okay, I'll give it a 6.5.
All right, 6.57. This ain't the Olympics. All right, so I'm gonna give it a 6, a solid 6, because
You gave WrestleMania a 6 as well, right?
I didn't think WrestleMania was that good.
You gave it a 6?
Yeah.
So WrestleMania and SummerSlam.
I'm very disappointed in SummerSlam. I don't think it lived up to. They had the Seth Rollins match was good. AJ Styles, John Cena, getting AJ Styles over, because I called that. He's not going to beat Cena because Cena and his attitude don't like jobbing. So, but now apparently he does, because he did give a shot. He did job to Kevin Owens. He did job to AJ Styles. He did job to Daniel Bryan, but he was always hurt. So the question is Cena hurt or whatever? He did that. Let me leave my thing and let me walk away all sad. Oh, there. This is the perfect opportunity for John Cena to come back as a heel. To come back as a heel, come back as Hollywood Hulk Hogan type heel thing. And while we're talking about this, I did say we was going to bring up TNA, but I'm going to bring up TNA. I watched TNA, last week I think it was? And I don't understand Matt Hardy's character.
It's weird.
Here's the thing. What is his name?
He calls... He's Matt Hardy, but he calls his Jeff Hardy brother Nero or something like that?
Oh, Matt is known as Brother Nero. And here's the thing.
Somebody's brother Nero.
I can't find another wrestler that was famous for being a character, but switched to another character that just totally doesn't make sense. I mean, Hogan went from Hulk Hogan, the American hero, to Hollywood Hogan. I get that. He went from a face to a heel. Brilliant. Sting went from the Stinger to the Crow. I kind of understand that as well. And they kind of played into it. And this Crow worked, but this Brother Nero, kind of like Bray Wyatt type character that Matt Hardy is playing, I'm just not feeling it at all. Not feeling it at all. Brother Nero.
I know you're talking about that, but I saw Damian Sandow's promo entry, whatever, on TNA, and I thought it was pretty good.
I always was a fan of Damien Sandow. I forgot who he's going by now, but here's the problem. When he came out and he was doing his promo and everything like that, it wasn't all worked up for him. Here's the problem. TNA gives their wrestlers too much mic time. And unfortunately, I think they need to do how the WWE let you train first on the mic before you actually come out. Now, Damien Sandow been in the WWE for years, so he should have been able to, get the crowd worked up. But the crowd was he was talking, and they were like, yeah, they having their own conversation. What kind of popcorn is that, man? That salt on it? Is that caramel? Whatever. They wasn't paying attention to it. So, the fact that I think TNA has the ability to can become relevant again because they have Damien Sandow, they got Brodus Clay, they got who was the heir apparent that Vince McMahon named? Drew McIntyre there. They got a lot of the guys in the WWE that actually peaked. Not the ones that kind of like dissipated and never made it, but these guys actually peaked. Brodus Clay peaked. Drew Rosenhaus peaked. Damien Sandow peaked in the WWE. But I just felt like they didn't have any more room to grow because it was just too many guys on the wrestler in a roster at the time, and they didn't have the brand split.
Come back and shine.
What?
With the brand split now, they can come back and shine.
Exactly. Except Brodus Clay can't come back as everyone had my mama as the Funkasaurus because that was just dumb. That was just
His name was a wrestler now.
yeah, that was just dumb. But I'm not that happy about who else fought tonight? Oh, The Miz over what's the name?
I knew it was Carl Cruz gonna lose, but Dean versus Dolph, that wasn't a good match.
No. I was disappointed because I expected a good match for that, but what did I say a couple weeks ago? There was no build up to the match. Other than Friday, last week, or this week, where he super kicked him while I was talking. That was brilliant. But you needed something like that every week to have some hype up to it. Again, there was no hype for Brock and Randy Orton, other than they didn't even show the match where him and Randy Orton fought years ago. And they could have went from there. We fought in the ring, but it wasn't settled. We went both our separate ways. They didn't build it up right. I mean, come on. And so now I guess we're going to have Bray versus Dean because of the way they looked at each other last week. But WWE, I'm very disappointed in this. I'm very disappointed. Let me see what my boy Justin talking about. My full SummerSlam coverage and you can watch live on Facebook. Well, Justin LeBar is at the arena, but
it's one place where the world makes complete and total sense.
He says probably means who's next. I don't understand that, Justin.
Open up the closet doors and there's these suits. The nice suits. It makes it feel like every night that I tripled up with a wrestler that you posted.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed they didn't give it to Dolph. I think Dolph did. He got his title match, but I think he deserves a title run because I thought he did good when he was with Vicky and everything.
My opinion on that, we all wanted Dolph to win, but like I said, he needs title ring.
All right, so that's about it. What we had. Who else fought on there? The return to Big E. I think they're going to lose this week or next week for the title. So we'll see. So is that it?
Oh yeah. I know you kind of care about the six women tag team match, but Nikki Bella did come back. So
I heard about she came back and she modified her move, so it's no stress on her back and stuff like that. I guess that's why Charlotte won, so they can have a rematch or whatever, and she probably get her title back because John Cena is the man of the company. So
tell me honest why.
That's about it.
Other than that, that's SummerSlam.
Oh, one more thing, sorry. Yeah, Jericho and against Enzo and Cass.
What about it? I didn't see that match.
Oh yeah.
How was it?
I did it twice.
Well, I was helping you.
Okay.
But I saw a little highlights of it. It was good. Jericho #1.
I kind of thought that they were gonna. Oh, he's talking about his show tomorrow. So anyway, for Steve and Jay, Simply Steve, we are done talking about wrestling.
Check out my channel tomorrow. On my own personal.
He's Stevie the Dark, the Black, what are you?
Stevie the Black.
Black Steven. So check out why he gotta be so racist. Why must you describe your color? I mean, if it was Stevie the White, I mean, come on. Why must we be in 2016 always gotta describe color? I just don't get it. I don't understand it whatsoever. Stevie the Black. Why must your color be Stevie? Stevie the Coleman. Let that be Stevie the Coleman. Stevie the E. Or something like that.
Because those names make sense. Stevie the Black makes more sense.
Stevie the Black does nothing. He's making fun of his color. I mean, come on. Black is beautiful. So, like, we got to get past this skin color, racial divide, man. That's what's wrong with this country right now. We got to get past that. Stevie the Black. Come on. If you think he should change his name, tell him to change his name. Because I'm offended as a black man that he wants to identify by being Stevie the Black. What if he was light-skinned? Would he be Stevie the light-skinned black? What if he was Puerto Rican? Stevie the Puerto Rican? What if he was German? Stevie the German? What if he was Chinese? Stevie the Chinese? What if he was Mexican? Stevie the Mexican? What if he was Jamaican? Stevie the Jerk? Stevie the Jake? Usain Bolt. Peace out.